Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so today my cat is super frisky and might be causing some commotion, chasing odds and ends around the floor. She's an older cat, so glad to see she's so spunky. All right, so today I'm just going to dive right into a divine counterpart check-in, but we're going to do it through the lens of divine masculine, divine feminine, and a shared space. So it's going to be just the mirroring reading based on where the masculine is at, where the feminine is at, regarding the other, or the perceived other, the connection, the opinion of the counterpart on the conscious mind, the heart space for the connection and the counterpart, what the wishes are in their own lives and towards the connection, what the actions are in their own lives and towards the connection. What the biggest challenge is at this time, the solution for that challenge, and the direction of the connection in the near future. So the next few weeks, 3 weeks-ish, and these are going to be the connection space. So let's see what we get. Thank you, Divine Creator, for bringing through only the highest and most beneficial information. Okay, conscious mind for the connection for masculines. The Empress. Okay, so they are working on their abundance. They're working on healing inner child things. They're working on what they need to do to stabilize, celebrate their colorful history, their colorful becoming, their uniqueness. But Empress in the reverse, they don't quite feel like a match at this point. So it feels like they still need to get their roots under them, appreciate their history just a little bit more. This connection is giving them simultaneously, it's giving them inspiration and motivation, but it's also giving them a goal to reach for. It's shown them that they have this whole next level abundance. They don't need to be a mundane individual, that greatness that they've always sensed might be in them. This is calling them out on that. So they do see this connection that way. What are the divine feminines in? Oh boy, the Moon and Ten of Swords. So, I'm just getting that the divine feminines may have sensed divine masculines detaching from these connections. And it's kind of like, where did they go? It's almost like a second guessing of the uncertainty. It's like, why am I not thinking about my divine counterpart so much anymore? Why am I feeling spacious in the energy? I'm looking at this thinking it's because the divine masculines are getting down to a focused business of sorts, and that the divine feminines are not feeling so much of the runner chaser energetic push pull that the masculines, that magnetic north north south south, that thing, the ego class, superiority, inferiority, runner, chaser, all that. So divine feminines, it seems to be that you're left with your own unhealed aspects at this time. It's harder to put anything on the masculine is what I'm feeling here. And so if there are any remaining emotional imbalances, turbulence within you, it's being mirrored and brought up at this time. So this is abandonment triggers and anything that feels like, where did my masculine go? When you're so used to having that incredible conduit of energy between, now that your divine counterpart is going towards more of their higher timelines, you're not as much a focus, even energetically, and so don't think of that as a bad thing. Illuminate, yes, the path is beginning to illuminate more surely for the masculines, and divine feminines, take heed, take cue, and illuminate your inner truth. Is this emotionality coming from you? What can you do to stabilize it? You are accountable for your own happiness. If you have this kind of emotionality regarding this person, that is on no one but you to balance out. They do not owe you anything. So you choose what you put yourself into the relationship with. So if you are watching this and you happen to be with a karmic situation, you are responsible for putting yourself in harm's way if you don't like that. If you're on a twin connection and your twin isn't showing up, you are responsible for balancing out your emotions in response to what you have expected or been attached to as an outcome. So this is illuminating some more layers of personal accountability for the feminines at this time. What are the divine masculines thinking of their divine counterpart? Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So Ten of Wands is the burden that reduces to the Ace of Wands. We're in between the burden and this prosperous new beginning. So they're starting to get this nudge that something big is coming, that the next steps, the answer will light this ignition. They are starting to feel that, and they do feel like the passion for you will grow when they can show up as their best version. What are we seeing for the feminines regarding the counterpart? Oh, wow. The Devil, the shadow side, and the Great Wheel, divine intervention. So divine feminines are really asking for a miracle at this point to understand this Hall of Mirrors. So for some, you might not be feeling over emotional. For some, you may be thinking this love is a trick, that you've been pulled against your will into something that seems outside of your control. But this is you taking every thought captive, divine feminines, and not blaming or being a victim of this circumstance, really taking your happiness into your own hands, setting healthy boundaries, focusing on the things you need to do. When there is this period of distance and hopelessness, helplessness for some, it is the time to clean up karma, do the healing, get on purpose. So ask for divine guidance here, divine feminines, to remedy any illusion. There is nothing that if you ask, you will not be given. If you don't know how to tune in, begin by asking higher power, show me how to tune in, teach me. Okay, both have choice here. So divine masculines are understanding the free will, divine will axis. So are the divine feminines with this heaven and hell. We get divine intervention and devil. Both seem, fate, destiny, and the binding limitations both seem extreme and finite, but really there is a choice. Do you want to believe in miracles or in limitation? And divine masculines, you are also having this choice in how to look at so many dualities at this time regarding going forward, perseverance, letting go of burden, stepping into passion on a soul level. So leaving the ways of the world, throwing off tradition, taking the road less traveled. Divine masculines, you are about to take your torch as a light bearer. What is your heart whispering to you to do? What are the masculines feeling on the heart space for the feminines? Lord of success unfulfilled, Seven of Pentacles, and missed opportunities from the past. They are lamenting this connection. This is a timing issue. When we're thinking of missed opportunities, we go over and over in our mind, could we have done something different? Had I known what I know now then? All of that kind of a thing. So divine masculines are sentimental today. They are a bit nostalgic, and they are seeing where they have fallen short. Now that you see where you've fallen short, you can do things differently, divine masculines. But don't bully yourself if you notice that you could have done something better, because you couldn't have known that then, or you would have done it. And remember that, Divine Feminines, if someone knows better, they do better. So never take it personally. What are the Divine Feminines feeling on the heart space? They are desperately just wanting to throw off control issues and surrender to whatever will be, will be. So both in the energy are in a surrendered letting go, or at the edge of letting go. And we get embrace. And this is in the union space. So the feminines are letting go of control issues as a separation, segregation energy. And divine masculines, you're letting go of things that seem to not align timing-wise. And both are recognizing the embrace, the unity, the connectedness in this connection. So tune into your heart space and just remember, if you want to just meet in that happy place, that beautiful, loving place, just feel the embrace. Just imagine hugging your twin in the sweet, soft way. And I'm hearing that can do no harm. What can you see or what can we see in the heart space for the feminine from the masculine? 1111, Knight of Swords and Ten of Cups. So they just want to tell you that you are happy making. You are their happy place, or have been at times. They see somebody extraordinary, somebody that's figured it out, somebody that makes them joyful. They see you as a fundamentally joyful being, divine feminine. So you might be over emotionally charged today, but your divine counterpart is seeing you as this shining star, resilient, happy person that rolls with the winds and breezes. Because you've not been karmic with this person, they do get the best of you. That is so beautiful, and rightfully so. You are so capable, feminines. What are the divine feminines feeling on the heart space for their divine masculine? They're wishing for this high priest, this spiritual connection to be recognized. Against logic, I just heard. So this is an untraditional, this is throwing off tradition. The Pope here is tradition. It's dogma, it's religious beliefs, but religious as in adhering to something for the sake of it. This is dogma. In the reverse, we get this wishing to really not have any of those stereotypes or stigmas or limitations binding here. So the feminines are just, I heard, pleading on their heart space for their divine counterpart to see the true, authentic, spiritual, energetic nature of these connections, and not the religious attitudes that would create rules and regulations and law. Drop into the heart, I'm hearing. In the shared space, it's balance. So divine feminines, yes, the sun and moon, the keys there, this equal energy, and divine masculines balancing out this joyful bliss energy and communicating with it. Wanting to meet in that place. Both are wanting to meet in this balance point, in this positive energy, this neutral energy, this productive energy that does not fester on the things that don't work, but focuses on the foundation and forward motion based on legitimate healing and temperance. What are the divine masculines wishing for this connection? There's the balance again, justice, and the Emperor in the reverse. So they're wishing to put down control issues and come into balance. We have the yin-yang here again, the yin-yang with the keys there. So divine masculines, you're wanting to put down controlling this and just allowing with open eyes to see what will happen. What are the feminines wishing for? Humility and to build from the foundation that's been established. So if things slowed down, took space, pulled apart, the feminines recognize there is an immovable connection that was acknowledged at some point already, and this is the humble saving grace I just heard, that they are willing against all logic to just know that they have experienced this connection, and that nothing can really ultimately change the fact that it has illuminated as something next level in comparison to all the other experiences the feminine has had. And the divine masculines are looking at that justification as well. And we get union. So both counterparts know there is something substantial to be had here, that it's already established. They know this. When they put down control issues and ego, this is the truth of it. There is a connection here. Both are wishing to acknowledge that to self primarily and to other. There's a bit of that cosmic sun and moon here too, and that brings in the eternal energies. That this is not an earthbound love, it is an unwritten book. It's not set in stone, it is unending, it is eternal. Both are looking at it as bigger than the mundane. What are the actions the masculines want to take towards this connection? There's that Ace of Wands again, and the Three of Wands, which equals the Four of Wands, 1111. Three of Wands is in the reverse, keeping an open mind, wanting what is for them, pledging to step onto this purpose-led path and see where things go, see what ensues, see what portals are opened by just aligning with their purpose, their gifts, their talents, their higher calling. They know when they align with that it's innately, they know it will bring in alignment with this connection. What are the feminine's actions at this time? They are bringing love, embedding love, anchoring love into everything they do in the 3D. Every material realm interaction, they're bringing this higher love, the awareness of the higher love in. Same with the masculines as this torchbearer, and expand. So they are internally expanding to see that there are no limitations. The feminines know there are no limitations within the 3D confines, the illusion of those confines. It is an ever-expanding internal understanding of the nature of space and time, of reality. And the masculines are expanding as well, because they are expanding their horizons, their minds. They're not limited to what they think is appropriate anymore. They are crossing each bridge as it comes, as a light bringer in the world, as a leader, no longer following as a sheeple, I just heard. What are the divine masculine's biggest challenge at this time? Balancing out the 3D in light of what they're being shown about karma, about codependency, about addictions, about things that are not conscious, about affiliations with others that are not bearing fruit, that are not compatible. Cookie cutter illusions, objectification, they're seeing through that, or starting to really catch on to this, but it is a challenge because it's baby steps. It's a radical shift. What is the solution for that? Seeing where these faulty paradigms, these limited fear-based or confining belief structures have caused heartache, how it keeps people playing small, how it does not promote growth, how it keeps us in the status quo, not bucking the system, compliance. So they're seeing how this, in the name of peace and order, it does not serve anyone. And it creates such a tug-of-war between the head and heart. What is the challenge for the feminines? The hangman and anxiety. Overcoming the anxiety, knowing that they're seeing very, very clearly the potentials here, and then the contrast of where they perceive things to be. So divine feminines, if you're in anxiety, it's not the truth and nothing but the truth. Keep working on that. Bring yourself out of this dip that we're seeing. There's the devil again, the shadow. So it's the devil that showed up so far has been repeatedly called the shadow in these two decks, but we also have this missed opportunity. So divine feminines, you are tuning into your divine masculine right now, because we also got the Four of Cups with the missed opportunity the beginning of the reading here. Yeah, it was this Lord of success unfulfilled. The things that the masculines chose instead of these connections didn't pan out. And you've been buying into heavily, divine feminines, that whatever it was they chose is going to be gospel forevermore. Get yourself out of that faulty thinking, the illusion that just because your divine masculine went to be with someone else, chose a different path, appeared to reject you, decided that the dogma or the religious belief or the stigma was not more, or was more powerful than going for the connection at this time. Whatever it may look like on the surface, it's an illusion. But these missed opportunities are being hashed out by everyone right now, but they are not eternal truths, or they would not be causing suffering in you. Oh my gosh, Spirit is so funny. So I was asked to go right to the separation wound and say, when you get up and out of the foibles of the earth plane, these connections don't go on with you into the afterlife. These are illusions in the 3D. So even if you look at it from that grand context, that these relationships will cease to be so coveted from certain points in this journey, we really put a pedestal, or a person on a pedestal, but you can't take that connection with you after death, is what I'm hearing. It all becomes one. We merge back with everybody. We don't have these special alignments in the afterlife. This is about a journey to love in this incarnation. The magical revelation that we can choose love even in this density, and the illusion of separation. So if we do not take these connections in the same way on after we pass, start there and work your way back into safety, that they are a delight in this dimension. They're meant for joy. They're meant for awareness. They're meant for play. They're meant for evolution. They're meant for miraculous, ecstatic experience of love in unlikely places. So if you're in anxiety about missed opportunities, just remember, time is an illusion. We have all the time. We have eternal time to play with here. But we also have the opportunity to make the most of our precious moment, which means coming into alignment with a love-filled perspective if possible. So divine feminines, the illusion of the 3D is playing tricks with your mind. Come out of that into timelessness. Play with the whole nature of reality here with these connections. Body, ground this into your physical knowing, into your cells. Bring back that eternal aspect, the proper context to these eternal love experiences in physical form. Anchor it into your body. It is the physical and the energetic that we are alchemizing on this journey as we seamlessly bridge between the dimensions. I'm seeing this rainbow bridge with all the chakras. On every dimension, we merge the spirit into the physical on all the chakra levels. And that creates wholeness as we consciously do that in each of us. So divine masculines, you're healing the heartache by also remembering that your freedom, your happiness is your perception. That is your free will. And divine feminines, likewise, you can come out of the limitation and understand that you are missing the opportunity right now to feel love, to appreciate love, to celebrate love, if you are in illusion and anxiety. You have the ability to master the shadow and to come into a more conscious awareness that removes the pain. and the misconception that love is not here. What can we see for the direction the masculines are going? Wow, we get the universe, which is the world in the reverse, and this darn Ten of Swords that keeps coming up. So there is a lot of that original separation wound coming back into the God self, coming back into the spiritual, energetic awareness within the mundane. So divine masculines are continuing to see through that illusion of separation. What are the feminines doing? Having unconditional love about what is in the 3D. Yeah, I can't even put into words what I just heard. It was such a mishmash of so many turn of phrase. I couldn't linearize them. So I'm just seeing this rapid flickering of limiting one-liners and cautionary statements. The naysayers are afoot. So yeah, both are overcoming lack, illusion at this time into the near future, and rage. So anger is being directionalized. It's being channeled into more of an action, a passion. So divine masculines, you are really hitting rocket boosters to get up and out of rock bottom. The masculines are saying, I guess we're here now. This too shall pass. I've wallowed in this for long enough, I just heard. And there's this rocket. Oh my gosh, I'm going to bring out my rocket quartz. Intermission. This is not an Elon Musk ad. Anybody want to go to space? Oh my gosh. So, divine feminines, likewise. There is someone writing here, so get it out on paper, divine feminines. Express your love. Put it down so that you can see how grateful you are for all the good in this connection. Not the harm you think it's done to your ego, but the good that it's done. If you need to, journal. Write it out for New Year's, I just heard. Okay, what can we see for... All right, we're going to go to that. What can we see for the divine masculines watching? Oh, too many. Well, okay, we'll take these two because I saw them. Emergence and miracle. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. That is the very first card we got in this reading for the masculines, this inner child healing, where we can have beginner's eyes, where the emotional shelf life just has 30 seconds per emotion, and we cycle through them naturally because we're looking at things fresh in all moments. And divine masculines, you also get 33, miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. I'm really getting this. Purple is the crown chakra, the orange is the sacral, the yellow is the solar, so empowerment, sensuality, and the connection to source. So this is unlocking that brain gut axis. It's that unified heart and mind, but it's the crown and the sacral as well. So I've been seeing the gut brain axis. Now it's expanded to the crown and the sacral. So that's interesting. I'm hearing it's going to be the earth chakra and the star chakras next. We're getting into the cosmic. So we are expanding the alignment from the heart outward. And we're getting now the sacral and the crown. So our sacral chakra is our channeling chakra. This speaks of sexual healing and recalibration to attune to the ecstatic frequency of the voice of the divine. When we have sexual healing needed, we don't trust our experience of pleasure, and the most pleasurable frequency in the universe is the voice of love, the voice of the divine And so when we can come back into a safe experience of pleasure to the point where we are back into the full experience of the aliveness, we remember the voice of the divine, we bring it through, we channel that. So this is a powerful message that divine masculines, you are attuning with that higher love. Wow. And divine feminines, what can we get? Divine feminines at this time. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to open up to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. We are the space holders. So when we allow what shows up for us on any given day, in any given moment, to be there as deeply as it can, with mutual benefit, that is when we can be delighted. That is when we are not in our hypervigilance that has to figure it out and be attached to outcome and have expectations and be let down. When we allow, when we're receptive, love can come from every direction, and we can appreciate it. What we focus on grows. When we are in appreciation, all the more quickly we are blessed with more things to appreciate. All right, many blessings. Bye for now.